know that these lovely chaps down here, the King's Guard soldiers, guard the crown jewels during the day. Did you know they also patrol the tower at night time? No, I didn't either. So I wish somebody had told me not to walk the dog in my pajamas. You'll be caught by the King's Guard.
The Tower of London is one of the most popular tourist attractions in the world, but most people don't know that more than 150 Londoners call the tower home, including Megan Clawson, who lived there for 3 years. Megan's father was a beefeater, one of the ceremonial guards of the tower. Her videos on social media went viral.
And she recently wrote a rom-com novel, Falling Hard for the Royal Guard. And she joins us this morning. Good morning.
Morning.
So what's it like in there? What's the interior decorating like? Are there upsides and downsides of living in the tower?
Yeah, so a lot of people assume that I used to live in some like dark, dingy dungeon or something like that, where there's 4-poster beds and candles on the walls and things like that. But no, it's so much more normal than you would expect. Like, all of my friends were so disappointed when they'd come over to visit me because it was just like a regular rental, except kind of there were too many stairs in my house, and instead of windows on one side, we had arrow slits. So yeah, it's a little bit different, but yeah, thankfully not too spooky, which is always good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The history of there were people executed there, weren't there? Do I know my history right? And Henry VIII. Tell me the history and why. Tell me if it was spooky at all.
Yes, so a lot of people know the Tower of London for the execution of several Queens of England, including Anne Boleyn and Catherine Howard. Mm-hmm. So they are said to walk the grounds at night and haunt the Tower of London. A few people have spotted those. I've never spotted Anne Boleyn carrying her head myself, but I have had some spooky experiences. I think the people that have lived in my house have said that they've experienced kind of a ghost dog or a ghost cat. So every now and again in the night, we'd kind of have these moments where like squeaky toys would go off, or you'd feel something curling up on the end of your bed and things like that. So actually, if I could pick between a disgruntled headless queen as a ghost or a dog, then yeah, I'm definitely picking the dog.
Are you able to have parties? Are you able to put up boy band posters? Or
Yeah. So we actually have our own pub inside the Tower of London. So a lot of the residents end up going to the pub in an evening and having a few drinks, and we party in there. And then yeah, we can kind of decorate it how we want. So for a very long time, I didn't have any curtains in my bedroom because when I moved in, it was locked down and there was nobody else that could walk around outside my home because it was the most protected fortress in the UK. And yeah, and so it came to be that then they reopened the tower after the COVID lockdown, and yeah, I had to make a quick fix of how to cover up my window. So I had a towel with all of the faces of the members of One Direction up, hanging up inside the Tower of London.
Now, your dad was beefeater, but how did the other 150 people get picked to live there?
Yeah, so the people that live there are the beefeaters and their families.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
And are you in a position to see or meet the royals in your time there?
Sadly not. I think a lot of people think I have like a direct link now to the King and Queen, but no, I have seen them on several occasions. So Princess Anne often goes to visit, and I did see when the King was Prince Charles, he came to visit for cake with the Beefeaters, which was quite a unique experience. And I ended up skipping some of my university lectures just to see the King walking around my home. So yeah, no, but sadly not. I've never got to actually kind of sit down and have a cup of tea with them or anything interesting like that.
Still great story to tell. The book is called Falling Hard for the Royal Guard. You can follow Megan on social media. Thanks so much, Megan.
Thanks, Megan.
Much.